Hello there, Capricorn. Capricorn people, I am just doing a little Palo Santo here. Oops. Getting ready for your reading for the new moon in Pisces. My name's Mary. And I don't know if you've seen me before, but I have a tendency to just let the cards fly out at will. Spirit's will, not mine. And then I just sort of try to make a little story out of it, see what happens. I try to interpret them as best I can. And my interpretation may be different than someone else's, because of course it's all based on energy, and whatever energy we are, we bring to it as well. So, oops. I'm going to give it one more really good shuffle, because that one kind of was not great. There we go. Okay, Spirit, what's in store for our Capricorn friends for the new moon? I always ask for a minimum of 4 cards, and they've already given me 3 to start. Order may or may not make a difference. I just kind of, I try and just intuit that as I go. Spirit, what is in store for our Capricorn friends in this new moon of Pisces? Also, forgive me if I sound a little nasally. It's rainy here today, and I live in the woods, which is kind of, you know, all the old leaves are out there, and it's got me feeling a little bit stuffy. I feel good, I just am a little stuffy, so I might sound a little bit off. And I should tell you too that the energy I've been getting for the new moon is kind of, it's a cleansing, sort of a rebirth. We're starting things fresh. And I think I told someone the other day, I got the image that I got was, you know, stepping out of the shower, clean and fresh, with an open heart, ready to start the new day with a nice, you know, fluffy white towel. And yeah, you're starting the new day with the hope of the promise of optimism and hope and good things happening. So that's the sense that I get about the overall energy before I even touched the cards. And the few readings that I've actually done most of the signs already, but they've all pretty had a similar sort of, a lot of either new beginnings or shifting in a direction. So there's a lot of new, I think fresh start is where I feel like it needs to be. And a fresh start might not be a whole new direction. It might just be taking a pause and then amping it up. It happens that way. It's and with the weather, because it's just this time of year, and I know Texas without Texas was without power for I don't know how many days, and you know that's just they're not built for snow. I'm in the Midwest. We are built for snow. We can handle it, but when you're not, you don't have the equipment, and why should you? Because it's so unique unusual to have it there. It's really rare. But I feel like everyone's been in this kind of a new energy. Something new is beginning, and this is no exception. So I want to incorporate the wild unknown archetype. I've been asking this for the overall energy of the reading. Spirit, this is for Capricorn for the new moon in Pisces. What is the overall theme of their reading, or the overall energy? Underlying theme, overall energy. There we go. And these may stick together because that's just the nature of, I think this deck, it's still fairly new, so that might change. But they have a tendency to come out in big clumps. Big clumps I won't accept. 2 or 3 I will. I prefer 1. So Spirit, if you've heard that and if you can comply, 1 card for the overall theme would be lovely. And there we have it. The empty room. sounds to me like possibility for anything. Empty room, that's like a clean slate, and that's the energy I'm feeling. I'll have to read that because it may not mean what I think it means. But it is, open to interpretation. I often start with the bottom of the deck too, as a way to read the theme of the reading, and this is about a creative new phase. So it's not really a new direction, but it is maybe a fresh start to what you're doing, or it's a new phase of that, or maybe just slightly different, a shift in the direction, but it's new. And we got a lot of 4s here. That makes it kind of interesting. Because this 4 of water then is about introspection. So interesting. And then you followed by a Tower moment. This is sudden change. There is a destructive component to it, but it's not like your life has to be shattered. It's removing an obstacle to clear the path for your newest opportunity, for your highest and best good. And here we have, which is supported by the Page of Earth, and this is, Page of Earth is when you are really starting to see your work manifest. You're starting to see the results. You're seeing evidence of the work you've done manifesting in the physical world. Could be in the form of money, raises, security, whatever. But you're seeing results of your efforts. Love is about your own, loving yourself, altruistic love, etc. Being gentle. And for this one, I don't know why. Whenever I see this really big, mellow lion, I always get the message of patience. I don't know what that is. That's me. It may not be the card. 2 of water often indicates kind of a divinely sanctioned union. So it could be a romance. It could be a partnership in business. Whatever it is, it's long term. And it was like a soul connection, but it doesn't have to be a romantic connection. Could be, doesn't have to be. Another 4. Man, how many 4s is that? We only have one more before we figure it out, right? Before we've used them all up. Yeah, here's the two of them. And no 4s here. This is trusting in the foundation. So it's the earth. It's an earth card, which is about physical manifestation in the earthly world and all of that. So it looks like things are going well. It looks like a solid foundation and things are good. And you have the Queen of Earth, same sort of thing. She's extremely capable. You can see here, she kind of looks like Tina Turner a little bit. She's got that beautiful profile. She's like the constant gardener, right? She's peaceful. She's super reliable. She's really, really grounded. She will tend to the garden, the fields, whatever, and bring them all to fruition. She does what it takes to get the job done, and she continues to do it without complaining. She's great. Ace of Fire, spark, a new creative idea, more than idea. You're actually taking action. So but it's new. This is a brand new beginning of something with some sort of creative energy. 8 of Air is something's not quite clear. You're asking for clarity. You can see that she's brushing the clouds away or the fog, trying to look for something, and the reflection is still a little murky, so it's not quite clear. And I think the 2 of Earth is as far as we're going to go. This person enjoys their work, and they have the work-life balance. Um, and when maybe it's a ton, whatever it is, they're happy with it, and they seem to have it's harmony, right? These two are equally balanced. But it looks like this Four of Fire, a creative new start. And I keep hearing rebirth, rebirth, rebirth. So I don't feel like it's brand new. I just don't think it's it's not a departure from the old. And I don't see, oh, this 10. Okay, 10 of air. This is a departure from something then, because this is in a really grateful, thankful, sort of playful way, because you can see there's no stress here. This person's blowing that little feather, kind of having fun with it. But it's gone as far as it can go. And it's like, well, thank you, feather, for taking me this far. You know, I blow you away now because I have no more use for you. I've seen it all the way through. I've taken it as far as it can go. So it's time to move on. And that's this kind of energy. But so it's not a closing off or shutting down. It's you've gone as far as you can go. So now and this is another phase. So this makes sense now because you have another phase. So you used to crawl, now you can walk, right? That can. And you have the Chariot, which is all about victory and movement. Justice, it's equilibrium, and it's a karma card. What you reap, you shall sow. Justice is about fairness. The Hierophant is the spiritual. I think it's the card that's inviting you to take on or remember or pick up again your spiritual practice. If you haven't had one, it might be an invitation to question it or maybe try it out. If you had one and you've kind of been slacking, pick it up again. For those of you who do have a regular spiritual practice, stay true with it, because this kind of helps if you have a spiritual practice, and I think most of us do meditation or something that quiets the mind and allows your other self, your subconscious, your higher self, however you want to word it, start to speak to you and start to respond to your life circumstances. And sometimes you get some great direction from that. Actually, that's the best direction you can get, is from your gut, from your higher self. Seven of Earth, this is a diligent worker, someone who gets the job done. And I will consult the little book because some of them they had the slightly different take on these things. Seven of Earth. Oh, this is opening to a new strategy, which fits with 4. If you're starting a new phase, you might want to go about it differently than you have been. You've got movement here with Chariot and victory, definitely. I want to read what it says about justice to you. And then I'm going to go into the empty room. Not literally, I'm going to approach that card and then read it to you. But first I wanted to see, the justice is about karma. It's the law of cause and effect. It says, I see elements in my life balance out. What goes around comes around. The law of cause and effect is in play now. I'm seeing evidence of this law in conditions of my world, which is this page. Didn't we have that page? Yeah, page of Earth. You're seeing evidence of your work starting to show up in the material world. That is a really beautiful feeling when that happens. That's getting recognition for something. It's, I don't know, that is selling a painting if you're in art. It's something that it's big. That's a huge thing. It's finally getting some recognition for your efforts and it could be a raise, could be a promotion, could be whatever, so many things, but it is kind of amazing energy. So I'm going to look at the empty room now and see what this says. Oh, opened up quickly. Usually it takes me a while to find it because I'm not used to Roman numerals. This is the vortex, the abyss, the nothing. The empty room haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for waiting true vision and purpose before before attaching to what we should, in parentheses, do next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness, which kind of fits with this card, right? That nothingness is where you get the answers, that listening. Be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whisper of wisdom. There you go. Sorry, I had nice background music on, and then it went to a commercial. So distracting. So it is like a clean slate. It's filled with promise, potential, whatever you want to put in it. I don't know if you guys ever saw those like designer shows, but they often had a white room challenge, and those were the most interesting because everyone's given the same white room, same dimensions, and what they did with it was completely different. Each and every one were completely different. So it really is up to you. This is you, your potential, and your new way of working with this new creative phase. Victory. I think this is just a call to listen. To yourself. I think it was Yogi Bhajan who said when we pray, we're asking for something. When we meditate, we're listening. You know, praying is talking to God. Meditating is listening to God or listening for that answer. So that's what I feel like this is calling you to do. And this is just because you're starting a new phase. So this one had to end to make room for this. And again, it looks like, okay, you saw it through. Almost feels like a promotion, and maybe you're going to be moving to another department and you love your people, but time to move on, or you're retiring and going to start a new venture of something similar, and maybe consulting in the way that the way you used to work, except to be for yourself. There's a different way of doing something familiar. Sorry about that, this stupid rain. Okay, sorry about that. It went to commercial again. So I think, this empty room, I am going to pull some more cards because I would like some clarification. And I'm using the Naked Heart Tarot. And I've decided to use this because I had that naked image, people getting out of the shower, clean, wet, like a fresh baby being born. Naked, raw, unfettered with stuff, unencumbered with stuff, nothing old hanging on, just brand spanking new, fresh energy. And that is the feeling I get for this new moon in Pisces, is fresh and new. Rebirth might be a bit stronger of a word than I'm feeling, but I think that could be true for some. But like this, it's the beginning of a new phase. Spirit, what do we have for our Capricorn folks? What is some clarification for these cards for Capricorn? New moon with the new moon in Pisces. Do we have clarification, please? Oh, there's a few. All right. Doesn't seem like anything more wants to come out quite yet. Here's your Tower moment. And because it's the second deck, it is not the primary energy. I think it's there. This one is about natural endings, the natural conclusion to something. But it still makes room for something else, which is what the Tower card is all about. 7 cards of Wands is about your self-image, your confidence. So don't let that scare you away from doing the thing you want to do. All these Wands, this is good creative. Lots of creative energy. You got the 9 of Wands. This is about keeping moving forward with that creative energy. It's the motivation to keep moving. And what did I miss here? The Heart of Wands. Heart is the Queen of Wands. So in Wands is the same as fire. So that's the creative energy. Creative. Whoops. Got the Hermit. Oh, I was going to finish creative, and I want to read you what this one says, because I keep thinking of the other. I'm thinking of this deck and the Queen of Fire, but I wanted to see what this little book says about its Queen of Wands. Yeah, Wands is the fire energy, for sure. Yeah, the Heart is the same as the Queen. Move past energetic blocks and release energetic patterns that no longer serve me. So in the other one, it is that she's creative co-creator. And she's a very warm, loving, creative energy and powerful. We also have the Hermit, which I think goes with the Hierophant. They're not exactly the same, but I think a spiritual practice seems to... A spirituality different than religion. Okay, religion can be a political construct. It can involve a community, etc. Spiritual is just you. You and spirit or source or God or whatever it is to you. It's just you and that and nothing else. And so the Hermit, I think, is why I'm putting this solo energy with the Hierophant. The Lovers, we had this, didn't we have this show up in the Two of Water, right? With those 2 goldfish. Same basic card. This sometimes indicates a choice to be made. I'm not really seeing that. I really feel like there's some kind of partnership here. It may not be a romantic one. It could easily be a business or a soul kind of partnership. But whenever you get that 2 and when you get the Lovers, I mean, it seems to be like a long-term sort of a connection that was destined to happen. And then you've got the Heart of Swords, super clear thinking, swift to make the cut. Heart is the Queen. So she's also really good with healthy boundaries and stuff. So this deck would call her Air. The Heart of Swords is the same as the Queen of Air. Spirit of Wands is the same as the King of Fire. Wow, and didn't we have the Heart already? So you've got the King and Queen. Yeah, the Heart of Wands and the Spirit of Wands. You've got the King and Queen of Wands. And in the last reading, I had the King and Queen of Fire out together. He's a benevolent, powerful leader. He can be a little stuffy, a little stodgy, a little stuck in his ways, and a little bit of a, my way or the highway kind of guy. So I guess that would be maybe an energy to watch out for, because everything else here is really balanced. It's creative. You're thinking clear. You've got partnership and support. Whatever happens here is making room for all this, because, you know, and I really don't feel like, ooh, a big tower moment. So something happened, but I think it was like a natural conclusion. And it feels like something that's just a new phase. Like I said, it's a new phase. It's not a whole new venture, not a whole new life. It's not dramatic at all. It is big though, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. So that is super, super powerful. Super powerful. But again, I'm feeling like the energy isn't like this huge dramatic event. I feel like it's more of a gradual. I think your creative undertaking, I think this is going to be a spark that happens quickly, and I think you're probably going to act on it quickly. Seeing results, it's not going to be forever, because you've got the Chariot. So the Chariot is victory, but it's also, and you had that 9 of Wands somewhere, didn't you? Yeah, which is also movement. So I feel like it's moving along. This is great. You're gonna fill this empty room with whatever this potential is, and it's gonna be amazing. What else do we have here? I forgot. This is introspection. Oh, 2 tower moments. So there is gonna be some kind of destructo moment. Again, it just doesn't feel, it feels like a natural, this is the one that's speaking more to me. Even though there's 2 of these, this is the one that's coming through louder. The natural conclusion to something. Maybe the business you work for gets sold or something, so that might be a dramatic sort of ending. But whatever you've been doing, the work that you've been doing, you're going to be seeing these manifested results, evidence that you've been working hard. I mean, this is real evidence. This is, you know, when you're tilling the field and putting in your soil and you've watered it just right, regardless of what the weather's doing, that, you know, early July, late July, you get these, you know, 6-foot tall corn stalks. You have it. It's the whole field. So this is the evidence that your work is paying off. I'm going to read you the love card, because Lovers has shown up, the 2 of Cups has shown up, and then we have the Love card, and this is about oneness. It's kind of what I thought. It didn't really seem to have anything to do with partnership. So in all of life, there is only the illusion of separation. In fact, we are all reflections of one another. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. What if every choice I made is about an experience, a sharing, and an exploring? When I choose to see unity in all things, magic abounds. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. So that is nice. And notice it's right above the 2 of Water, which is the other love card. So I think there's partnership here. I think that, you know, you've got this solid foundation. You've got the Queen of Earth. She's tilling those fields so that you get the... I keep going back and forth with the cards. So that you get the results that this guy is showing you. Yeah, I think you're onto a whole new, it looks like a whole new creative, new phase or new leg of what it is that I think a new version of what you were already doing. And you are experienced in these. I feel like this Heart of Wands and the Spirits, I think this is, all these court cards I feel like are you. You have experience in this area. There's no reason to doubt that it should be successful. I'm going to ask for the map cards to add their 2 cents. Spirit, can I get a map card, some direction for Capricorn for this new moon in Pisces, please? I'm just going to make a little bit more room here. We get some direction, please, for Capricorn and this new moon energy of Pisces. I don't know if one flipped over or not. Yes, it did. Flying. Wow, okay. And 3 others jumped out. So wide open, that's this room, right? You're wide open. All possibilities. Intention, and that has to do with like all this energy, the regal energy, because they are good leaders. Theirs is about intention. So that's just keeping you honest, keeping you doing the work. Unexpected visitors, I will look into that one. And flying. This is just about a different perspective. So if you have moments where you feel stuck, or if you're still in this energy where or in this energy, feeling the lack of something, look at it from another. This is a perfect example of this card, how to look at this card, because this one is the empty room. Ooh, it's empty, it's lacking, it has nothing. And then this card comes by and says, yeah, nothing but opportunity to have exactly what you want the way you want it. And you get to create it exactly how you like. So yeah, it gives you, if you can look at it as, oh, I don't have anything, or I have the power to make anything I want, which is kind of amazing. So unexpected visitors, probably not literal. Could be. We'll see. If you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles. So detours, surprises, and paradigm shifts. Expect the unexpected, no matter how detailed your plans are and how clear you believe the road ahead to be. There are times when the best plans are waylaid by unforeseen circumstances, which could be talking about these tower moments. So I don't need to go into any further because we know what that's talking about. Detours. I'm going to ask for a... this is a great reading, you guys. I'm hoping that you are enjoying this. I'm hoping that this gives you... I think that's what I love about tarot and oracle. It doesn't change the world. It doesn't actually tell your fortune. It simply reads the energy so that you can make choices to make it the best that you can be. Because this to me is like... If this was my personal reading, I would think of it as an enormous opportunity to start making things happen the way I want them to. And you've got all this court energy. Spirit, can we have a spirit animal, please, for my Capricorn friends for this new moon in Pisces energy? You got a bunch of them. I may read all, I may not. Use your mind wisely. That's okay, that goes with intention. Stag spirit, no, that was pig spirit. Stag spirit is take the lead, and you've got all these other court cards here, right? Leader, leader, leader. Take the lead, because it seems like this isn't... That's the other thing to mention. You have people here. You're not the one who's partnering up. You are the one that they are joining. So you're the one in charge of this. This is your story. And you can bring in people to help you. You have partners in whatever this is. I keep thinking it's some sort of business or something. But you're the main guy, okay? You're the main person for this endeavor. And then we have, oh, right, okay, give with gratitude and grace. So don't forget, when you get to this point where you start to see the evidence, and I think this is only happening for you because you have evidence already of your work. I don't think most people wouldn't have confidence to move forward without this energy. So, but remember to be grateful. Because that law of karma, what goes around comes around. the more you're grateful, the more that will continue to show up for you. Yeah, it's all in the seeds that we plant. So every action has a equal and an equal reaction. Yep, cause and effect. So gratitude and grace begets more stuff to be grateful for. Whew, that was a lot, you guys. Powerful, you guys. It's powerful, powerful, and I feel like it's happening. It's not going to feel sudden, and it's not going to be instant. It will be moving quickly. You've got a lot of fire here. It will start moving quickly. I think once you figure it out, I think you're not quite clear on what the undertaking is, the specifics of it. So that's where your clear thinking, your use your mind wisely and poise is going to call to you. Yeah, introspection here, and also with the Hierophant. You've got some thinking to do, but this Tower moment either has happened recently or is about to. If it's about to, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready to move into this next phase of super creative energy with gusto. This is so good. So good. Whew, I'm going to leave it there. And I always forget the advertising part. Please subscribe, hit like. And this channel is still pretty new. It's only a couple months old. I've been doing the new and full moon with the astrology signs. It's working for me. I'm enjoying it, and I'm hoping that it's working for some of you. Of course, they're not going to resonate because they're super generous or general. They're not going to resonate with everyone. But I hope that hope a few of you at least get some good energy from it, and entertainment anyway. Whatever works for you. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to leave a comment, feel free. Open to suggestions, and if there's something that you want to see. I did some unboxing of cards too, and that seemed to be of interest to people. So something like that you're interested in, just let me know. Thanks very much for tuning in, and have a great new moon. I'll see you at the full moon in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.